Holy snikes, folks! Skate Not 4 is gonna have console playtesting this year. Okay. I'm cautiously optimistic. I haven't really done just a react to a trailer thing since GT7 stuff like 2.5 years ago or whenever those trailers came out. So this is kind of that. I already seen it though in the live Summer Game Pass thing. This is just a little bit longer one that is on the Pistol Skate YouTube channel. I'll link that. I'd prefer them to go to Odyssey, but whatever. To begin with, I will summarize the beginning. I don't want to spoiler it because it's kind of boring. Remember mongocorp, the people would skate to that have the security that puts you off the boards? Yeah, it's that. Again, so cool, I guess. It's not saying that they're not popular. Duh. Okay, there you go. So you're caught up now. That's really all you need to know about the first of the trailer. Okay. Yeah, here's the actual gameplay that we've been seeing gameplay now for about 3 years, so. Fire and still working on it. Cool. A whole heck of a heap of players. Cool. I mean, we've actually seen that, I'd say, for 2 years now. There's probably been a lot of skaters on screen. Cool. Parkour, we've seen that for like 3 years. Building of things. I mean, we've seen building of things. I mean, some pro skater games on the PS2 had building of things. Not an open world, but still, we've kind of seen that before. Okay, you can see the rolling around like Hall of Meat. Cool. I mean, I was a specialist of that at Skate 3. I literally had the most Hall of Meat earnings online in all of PlayStation 3. And literally, it's proved that it's on my channel. You can go look at that. I played Hall of Meat more than anyone in the entire PlayStation console. So, yeah, and I might link that too. I don't know. Maybe. Come play with us. Yay. People's actually been playing the leaked stuff now for about 2 years, but it's only on PC of the leaked stuff so far. And they're not calling it 4. But anyway, console playtesting coming this fall. Sign up now. I signed up like 2 years ago, and hopefully all that's still valid. I mean, I don't know. All in all, I'm still cautiously optimistic, but I'm more cautiously optimistic about all the like 18 different trailers they've had before this of like every month last year and a half or something like that showing gameplay. This actual Summer Games Fest thing is underwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm cautiously optimistic for the game as a whole because they've shown like a year and a half of gradually improving gameplay. That was like, what was it? This of the trailer. Was this of the trailer? That much of it. Of actual gameplay. So, yeah, what they could have done really is they could have just pieced together the highlights of like the last year and a half of stuff and then like put that in there or something because the actual gameplay shown here really ain't too much, but I'll summarize what I've seen of the last 18 months or so of the stuff. I mean, they kind of said it in an extended bit at the, like, 90% of the rest of the video. They mentioned it a little bit of, like, there's the different ways to grind on the sides of the road. So, that's different, like, you can do. Instead of before you actually had to jump on it in the old games, it would just automatically, you can do it. So that's a little bit different. The actual mechanics of parkour, I mean, again, we've seen that for like 3 years. So yeah, there's that. That's different. And it's free to play. That's probably all the main thing. If they keep to the word that it's just aesthetics, then cool. I mean, we can see that there's aesthetic changes. Like, look at the different outfits and stuff. So, there you go. There's obvious aesthetic stuff. I mean, they can make money from that. Yay. I'll be quite frank, though. Like, a video that's even on Library, I'm pretty sure it's still on Odyssey. There was actually the whole thing of the initial very first leak of Skate Not 4 was on Odyssey, and that got taken down. I'm pretty sure there's still library parts of it and stuff. Actually, the gameplay itself looked like better graphics than what's being shown here. I don't really understand that. But, yeah, I mean, there was a video from maybe 2.5 or so years ago, it seems like at this point, that the graphics look better. I don't really know what's going on there. Some people are saying that this is actually going to be on mobile as well. There's rumors about that. All we know for sure is that, yes, obviously it's on PC. I mean, people have been playing on PC of the leaked bit for like 3 years now, and console playtesting coming and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, as long as it's Skate 3, but, I mean, parkour stuff, whatever, cool. And it keeps with that vibe, I'm still cautiously optimistic. As long as they keep with its only aesthetics that you pay for if you want, I don't really care that much aesthetics. I mean, they even mentioned it in the vlog type stuff, the boardroom thing. There's actual gameplay they have every month, and then the boardroom they have sometimes. And there's a whole heck of a heap of months of gameplay. I think there's like 4 or 5 different in the boardroom. And one of the boardroom ones, they mentioned that the way they're doing aesthetics is you can unlock some, buy some, however you want to go about it. And there's a skeleton suit. I mean, as y'all know from Skate 3 videos, that's what I used because, again, I had the most Hollow Meat earnings online of anyone in the entire PlayStation console. And I'm pretty sure a whole heck of a heap more people played Skate on PlayStation than on Xbox, because I played it on Xbox for probably 100 or so hours, and I was already like 6th in the world. About 100 hours. Anyway, you can take that as you may. It's cross-platform, though, so it doesn't really matter too much about the console, especially if it's free anyway. You just play it on what you got. I can't remember if it's on PS4 or not, but theoretically that shouldn't really matter too much because, or matter for me too much because I do have the Xbox Series S. I don't think I would need any of the Xbox subscription, whether it's Live or Gold or any of that, because as far as I understand it, for free games you don't have to pay the extra subscription crap to play online, I think. So that's cool, but I mean, they have to stay firm to that. I mean, all the actual gameplay and stuff, like the skating, is cool. It can be realistic. It can be crazy. It has the vibe of Skate 3, and that's why overall I'm cautiously optimistic. It has the vibe of what we all know. Frankly, a lot more people are saying it now, but I've always agreed with, I'd say Skate 2 had the better overall flow of the map, but I mean, hopefully this San Amsterdam is a lot bigger, frankly, because if they're only going to make one game every 15 years, the map needs to be a little bit bigger than what we ended up in Skate 3, but whatever, I guess we'll see. I mean, we're already pretty much confirmed it's going to be a season-type thing. It's going to be a, I can't even remember, it's live service, that thing. There's seasons and live service and all that, so maybe the map will get extended over time, but I mean, I'll say this. If it truly is free to play and there's no actual pay-to-win aspect and it all stays aesthetics, I'll play it, and then as long as it keeps its vibe of Skate 3, I will like it. I'm not going to say I'll love it, but I'll like it. These graphics, frankly, don't really look that much better than Skate 3, but again, I swear there was a video like a long time back when, at least to me, the graphics looked better, I guess. I mean, the graphics is kind of a to each their own sort of thing, but They better keep the vibe. Then off the video, I'll kind of do a conspiracy type thing. The reason they're pushing the mongocorp, mcorp thing is because in Skate 2, that was actually a storyline. Like, you could get Big Black as your own security as you went through the game and got enough money to do that, because that's actually kind of in real life. Big Black was a security guard, and Rob Deerdeck, that was the style of the time. So it made sense, because you get your own security to kind of fight the main corporate security. I mean, even GTA kind of did the sort of thing with the Merryweather versus the well, you know, that missing where all the different agencies were killing each other, Merryweather, FIB, all that kind of... A lot of games kind of did that thing. This is just a conspiracy, but my guess is that this is kind of just them being a middle finger to the corporate kind of modern style of games and what they think is cool and really ain't and all that. I think they're trying to appeal to us doing this, is my conspiracy of this. Do they succeed? Do they keep up their promises? Whatever. But I think the mongocorp, mcorp is just them saying, no, we're not like these faceless corporations that try to act like they're cool, but they're really not. It's still EA, though. Granted, I mean, I even made the video a long while back. I don't think EA is truly evil. They're just really greedy. Like, I don't think they're out there to truly screw over their customers. They're just out there for their customers' money. Like, they'll do what they can to make a good game if they have the resources to do so. You get stuff like Madden, because they have a monopoly on the NFL. They don't need resources. People are going to buy it anyway. So the developers are given almost no money compared to something like NBA 2K or whatever it may be. So that's why I don't really ever go terribly hard on Madden or make tons of videos about that, because they're just simply not given the time or resources like some other studios are for other yearly sports games. But this, while it's still sports, sort of, kinda, is definitely not yearly. This game has been in development for at least 4 years. By the way, it's probably going to take a lot more years to go. And it's probably going to be one of those live service type things that goes on for many, many years. For all we know, it could be the 2030s before we hear again about any other skate stuff other than this. Another thing I'm constantly optimistic about is they're calling it Skate. They're not calling it Skate 4. Maybe if Skate, this one, is popular and makes a lot of static money, then they do a proper actual Skate 4 with better graphics and offline story and pro skaters and stuff involved with it and things of that nature, hopefully. Do I truly believe that will happen? It depends on the success of this game, so it's hard to say. Yet, I don't know why the screen just did that. That was stupid. I don't like LuTube. I've made that clear before. I don't really even know what that was. But anyway, yeah, you get what I'm saying. This game has to succeed for there to be any more actual Skate in the future. But, I mean, as long as it keeps the vibe, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm just going to give a very general thing, and don't take this to heart. Don't take this as final anything. I'm going to guess that this game is going to be somewhere between about a 6 out of 10 and 7 out of 10, but it's free. So a free game that's a 6 out of 10 is not bad. And if they keep the content up in a free way in which we can actually have stuff to do and not just stuff to buy, like, if the only content they ever provide beyond the game coming out is just stuff to buy, then that's crap. But if they actually provide enough stuff to do, and the game ends up solid 7.58 out of 10, something like that, and it's free, then that's good. It's not going to be as good as Skate 2 or Skate 3, I really don't think, and I'm not expecting it to be. But it's free, and if they make enough aesthetic stuff, then maybe, given that they're calling this one Skate, then maybe in like 2036 they'll make a proper Skate 4. And I don't even really think the 2036 is that much of an over-exaggeration. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm pretty sure they're doing this hard advertising, like they went fully for it. Like even the logo right now is an M Corp thing. Because the mongocorp was like the joke on the satire of the corporate security and all that were faceless and just did not care about the skateboarders whatsoever that you'd see in big cities and stuff. Again, robbing big, that kind of style of the time thing. They're doing a joke on that because it's shown that even though it was even made fun of back then, it's still around and even more prevalent now, to the point of they've pretty much taken over the city and they've abandoned what the people actually want. That's the point of this, is the game's kind of setting up that, and again, this is just my conspiracy, that the faceless corporation that funded this town has abandoned what the people actually want, and the skaters are rebelling. That's the plot. So it's actually a plot of the game is rebelling against the man, against the faceless corporation, and that looks good for the not looking too greedy. But it's EA, and they're definitely greedy. Again, I wouldn't downright say evil, but they're definitely greedy. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I mean, we're not going to be playing the full game till after GTA 6. I'm going to say that right now. We're not going to be playing the full game till after GTA 6. I'm almost 100% sure of it. It's going to be the next console generation. By the time the actual game comes out at this rate. And it still needs to do good to make a proper Skate 4. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type thing. Because I want it to do well, but I'm not going to pay any money for it. I'm never going to pay money for any aesthetic type stuff in any game. But I also want others to, so then we can get a proper Skate 4. But yeah, nonetheless, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think it'll be an alright game. That if it gets enough support, it will end pretty good. And about 15 years from now, if it does well, we'd be playing Skate 4. Waited this long, we can wait about double the amount of no, we cannot. Video games are going to be... I don't even want to think about the state of video games 15 years from now, so I'm just going to end with... Wario 3 since 93 is their thing for mongocorp. I think that's a joke on the physics engine that they used through Skate 1 through 3. It was built in 1993, and that's why it had all the glitches and stuff too. Hidden conspiracy there. It's just my mini conspiracy of the big conspiracy of what's going on. Maybe that's a hint at they're still going to do their best with the glitches and the funny stuff too, but as long as it kind of has the vibe and stuff, I mean, it's better than nothing. But yeah, I want their stupid glitches. I want to be competitive on Hollow Meat. I want there to still be Skate 4 at some point. Cautiously optimistic mini haul, but just watch the, monthly gaming actual footage and not what this is for the most part. And there's again a year and a half of it, and there's boardroom stuff, and there's probably going to be more to come beyond just this, because again, this, and they're doing it again. I hate YouTube, but anyway, it's this much. It's an actual gameplay. This much of the whole thing is actual gameplay, even though they have 18 months of game. Weird advertising, to say the least, but again, that's my conspiracy, and I'm sticking to it. It's live, it's unedited, I don't script stuff, and it's gonna be 2038 before we play Skate 4 at the very best. Yeehaw.